Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I have full on there. All right, let's get the rainbow back on. Let's get the rainbow back on. Gonna bring back the rainbow. Take it away from the LGBT. Bring it back to humanity. All right. There we go. Let's use this rainbow today. Um, let's put the touch up. I look pretty. And let's create the morning bong, morning spiritual bong, the second one of the day. You take a bit of white sage and you light it up. How are we doing today, huh? You left. So let's light the morning bong up soon. Let's start the poll. Want me to talk about life stories or meditation benefits? Let's start the poll. Let's start the bong. And then we're gonna hit the gong F sharp to do our heart chakra. Good morning. Who joined us today? Let me give you a shout out. Send in the comment so I can give you a nice shout out and start this day in a conversation and things that have been coming up to me in the past few days or the past few hours, to be honest. Not don't know if it's past few days. Um, thing I'm going to talk about today is probably about what I want to talk about today, about how we take on other problems from around the world, from around us, just to avoid the problems that are inside us. Good morning, Lefe. How are you doing today? Shh, don't tell anyone it's me. They'll crucify me every time someone comes out and claims something. The clergy or the mainstream always crucifies them, so let's keep it a secret. But yeah, this is my morning spiritual bong, I call it. It's white sage, just plain white sage. Ah, I love white sage. Mm, it's great. Yeah, it's funny. Pineapple on pizza, hell yeah, or hell no. Yeah, hell yeah. Love sweet stuff on pizza. Why not? So we got the white sage to wake our nervous system up, and we got the morning gong. Ah, gonna use that later for the meditation, everyone. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I'm back. They'll crucify me for sure. But yeah, we're here to spread love. We're here to spread love. Man, if you like it, that's what you like. Why not? Whatever you like, you should be able to put on your food. But today I really wanted to talk about how we all focus on everything that's out of us, around us, how we all focus on things that have nothing to do with our personal life, our day-to-day life, but because our personal life and day-to-day life is full of tension and anger and stress, we go and search where else there's more anger, there's more tension, and there's more stress to kind of calm ourselves down that, oh, there's something worse out there than my life is better. But whatever you're focusing on outside of you is actually a reflection in a mirror of what's happening inside of you. So if you're focused on things that are out of your world, out of your possibilities to change, things that you have no way to make a difference in a sense, you're wasting your energy, you know? Man, if you love pineapple, you can have it wherever you want, even with anchovy in a salad. Uh, Everyone likes different things, man. Australians love Vegemite. Do you like Vegemite? If you tried it for the first time, you probably won't like it, but I love Vegemite. They can put it on anything. It's their like Nutella. You're welcome. Shout out to Surgeon Crown. Oh, there you go. If you love Vegemite, you love Vegemite. Then you understand. Everyone has a different taste. We all have different senses, different things. Yes, rest in peace, Ozzy. What a great rock and roll legend. Yeah, that is my dog in the background. Just going a bit over the things. Hey, shout out to Whisper. Shout out to Whisper. So yeah, so I think today, as I was saying before, and those are with me, I'm kind of gonna focus on my little rant about how we're so focused on everything that's happening around us, about him, about her, about he did me wrong, that did me wrong, instead of like focusing, hey, where did I do myself wrong? Where did I act wrong? Where did I do something that is not aligned with self? Shout out to Well Done. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys may be. And instead of don't be angry at yourself for focusing on the outside. It's just supernatural and it's super regular thing. But instead of being angry or upset or not being conscious of it, as soon as you realize that you're focusing on others and blame of others, focus on how does that reflect inside you? Where does that outside meet me inside? So use it as a gateway, like as a mirror, to where is my conscious escaping to? Refocus on self and where this conscious manifests in me. So those are perfect examples, though. If you're not from Israel or Palestine, then why worry? You have no power to change the situation. Zero. Even the governments have almost zero power to change the situation, except those two governments that are, or people that are in charge of those people that are in conflict. Cost of living, you can't change it. The only way you can change it is to focus on what do I buy that is with me, or how do I create the food that I want to eat in a cheaper way. So you can't change the monopoles, but if we all tap out and create our own food, they will have to drop their prices. If we all tap out and don't give any attention on social media in the world protesting for wars that are not happening in our country or are not between our country to another country, then those wars will cease to exist because there's no tension. We're not putting energy, we're not putting fuel into the fire. Cost of living up and about not getting it up sometimes. About I don't understand what not getting it up sometimes. I'm assuming you're talking to in a sexual manner, so that's again inside you. Why is this not working? Something inside me is blocking. Something inside of me is not allowing these things to happen. So I have to focus on that. And this is Brunswick Beach. I'm in Australia, near Byron Bay. Where are you at? This was a beautiful day at the beach with my dog that we just saw this beautiful rainbow. And I don't know, I like using this background because I'm just sitting in my room right now. Even though sometimes I sit outside in the garden and then I don't have a background because my garden is beautiful, but I don't know. I just kind of like this. Let's see what the voters want. Life stories. All right. So I'll give a life story about myself, how I missed out on opportunities. Oh, definitely. I've been to Nimbin a few times. Nimbin is great, especially during Mardi Gras. But a life story about me, how I missed out on opportunities or sabotaged myself because I was focusing on the outside. So I was a soccer player when I was younger, semi-professional, professional, basically playing in like high-end teams. And then went to played around the world. Vardenzin Arvasheka. I have no idea where that is, but which country is that in? So basically, when I was a soccer player, when I was in the team, when I was a goalkeeper, so there's only one position, and every goalkeeper you fight. So because I didn't play, for example, I would blame the coach, and I would blame the general manager, and I would blame the agents, and I would blame everyone. And then when I had the opportunity to prove myself, to show my worth, to show that I'm good enough, I was so out of focus and made mistakes subconsciously, I guess on purpose. This is what I came up to and made peace with, that I didn't succeed to be the best goalkeeper in the world because of my own self-sabotage and not believing in self as I should. Because every time I had the chance and it was my turn to shine, I would make a mistake, I would fumble, and then I wouldn't take that as if that was my doing, right? I would blame, oh, it was because the back, and it was because of this, and because it rained, because it was muddy, because every excuse in the world that's outside of me, outside of my control, was the reason in that moment that I believed that I wasn't successful. So this is true to all of us. This is true to all of us. And one of the things that came yesterday that I saw that I really resonated with was a sort of a quote that said, I'm not anxious to take the shot because I know, I think it's Kobe Bryant. I'm not anxious to take the shot or to see how good I am because I know I've put in the work to be the best I can. And then how that resonated with me is that if we're anxious, is because we know that we didn't practice or do enough to be the best at that moment. That's where anxious comes from. That's where anxiety comes from. It's like, shit, I didn't prepare for the test. I'm not gonna do well. Well, first of all, let's get away with anxiety. Let's take it out. Let's focus on self and breathe and relax and say, I've done the best I have. I've learned the most I can for this test. And whatever results I'm going to get is the pure and true reflection of my ability. Therefore, I'm going to give it my best and I'm not going to worry about the outcome. I have to politely disagree. Wars happen because of the need or necessary rather than the tension. I'm not saying why wars happen, Whisper. I'm just saying that wars that are happening are not in our control, especially if you're not in that country. If you're in that country, that has something to do with you. That has to do something with when people represent you, your community, because it's around you, it's affecting you directly. But wars that are not affecting you directly, you have absolutely zero power to change them. Zero. No, no chance. The only thing that you can do is just when you're focusing on them, when you're putting energy into them, when you're adding fuel to the fire, it's just you're gonna grow the conflict worse than what it would have been if we just didn't participate or blame. Because who are we to judge what's happening in Africa if I'm living in Australia? Who am I to judge why there is a war happening in Ukraine and Russia when I'm in Australia? This has nothing to do with me. I can't protest. I can't get elected. I can't convince other people to do other things. It has nothing to do with me. And the moment I focus on that, I'm putting out my energy to places that has nothing to do with it and wasting my energy and just making myself feel worse because I feel like, man, I'm doing something. I'm helping, and then nothing happens. So it's like you're setting yourself up for disappointment in the first place. That's what I meant. If you want to focus on things, focus on things that have something directly to do with you, something that has to do directly want to, you can go to the war zone, choose a side, pick up a gun, and fight. But you're not doing that. So why are you focusing your energy on it? That's the only thing you can do if you want to help out a conflict. That's got nothing to do with you, that is light years away from you. And you're missing the point of what I'm trying to say, guys, is that when you focus on those things and you're putting your energy out to something that you have zero control over, you're losing your self control, first of all. You're setting yourself up for failure of self-perception that, oh, I'm doing something and it's not working. And you're accidentally actually making the thing that you're trying to make better worse. So instead of focusing on that, we need to focus on ourselves. And then the point is, if I'm focusing on war there, if I'm focusing on the conflict there, there's a conflict inside of me, there's a war inside of me that is happening right now, that instead of focusing on this war inside of me, on this anger inside of me, or this oppression that's inside of me. Instead of focusing on that and healing that within me and making my life better, then by making my life better, I make the people around me better. Then I'm focusing on something that I can't make better. I don't really know what's happening. I'm only informed by the information that my algorithm is giving me, which is biased to my hatred beliefs, because that's how the social media algorithm works. The things that most trigger you are the things that are most going to come up and you're going to view. So you got to think about, it's like, why do I want to put my energy into something that I can't do, I can't change, by screaming, by shouting, by clicking, by getting into fights with people that I don't know online, and wasting all of my dharma, wasting all of my pranayama, wasting all of my life force on anger and fear that's already inside me, and that's why I'm triggered, because I already have that inside me, and I'm blaming it on the others. That it's because of them that I'm angry. It's because of what they're doing that I'm angry. It's because of what they're saying that I'm angry. No, no, you're angry because something is inside you that is angry that you're not listening to. Which country? I'm in Australia. What about procrastination? The tips for that? Yeah, big tips for procrastination, and I'll be the first to admit that I have a lot of procrastination in me. Like, I sit down sometimes and don't do anything and doom scroll. I'm no different than anyone else in this world. But what the way to get out of procrastination is to set up a system of consistency and forcing yourself to be consistent in that system. So, if, for example, you go to the gym every day, you already have a system that you abide by, and you go and you do the thing that is not the best, not comfortable, because you want to go and you're overcoming procrastination. So, number one thing with procrastination is setting up a goal. It could be as simple as, for example, in our world, meditation. So I'd want to meditate, and I don't want to procrastinate. So I've got to set up a goal, but I don't know how to meditate. I don't meditate enough. I get lost. Okay. My goal is to meditate for 1 minute, 3 times a day. So you find, and I want to do that for 21 days. So you have a goal, which is where you put the post. Now you have circumstances and activities to do in order to reach the goal that are in your capability and you can do. And the moment you do it and you finish it and you finish the goal, again, this is inside you, and you're gonna feel so good about yourself because you accomplished something. You set out a goal, you fought your desires, you thought, you went to war with every fear inside of you that's telling you not to do it, and you overcame it. So that's gonna empower you, that's gonna give you a lot of energy, that's gonna give you a lot of dharma, that's gonna give you a lot of good karma. So the way to fight procrastination, one, is to set up a goal, either time 21 days, or to set up a goal that you think you can't reach with, let's say, with running. So you never ran in your life. I want to run 2 miles. I've never ran in my life. I never went up for a run. I want to run 2 miles. All right. So every day you run until you reach 2 miles. And if you reached it the first day, amazing. If you didn't reach it the first day, not upset, because you're happy that you went out and you tried. And every time that feeling of self-hatred, of procrastination, oh, I should be doing this, but not now, that is exactly the moment that, if you overcome and override, is the moment of magic. No, I'm actually going to get up now and go. I'm actually going to get up now and run for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. That is the way you beat procrastination. That's the way you beat your self sabotage. Ah, yes, definitely timetable to schedule your day. But my tip is, and this is what I do with my clients, is set up the first goals that you know you can accomplish, and set up the outcome that you want to reach that you think you can't accomplish, and give it a 21-day frame, and give yourself a mark on each day. So, for example, it's just easier with sports. So, for example, I want to do 50 push-ups. I can only do one push-up at a time. Okay, so I'm going to set up a timetable 3 times a day, that one push-up is 5 points that I'm going to give myself. Two push-ups is 10 points, and three push-ups is 15 points. and you want to get to 21 points every day to give yourself a complimentary treat. Could be food, could be buy something, could be watching doom scrolling, whatever it is. And if you follow that 3 times a day, reaching 21 points, meaning I need to do 3 push-ups in the morning, another 3 push-ups at night. I'm at 6 push-ups today. I'm at 30 points. Great. I can go give myself something. And if you do that for 21 days, 3 push-ups in the morning, 3 push-ups at night, 3 push-ups in the morning, 3 push-ups at night, you'll see that by the week 2, you should set your 3 push-ups and move the goal to 6 push-ups, right? You're doubling all the time. I did 6 in the morning, 6 at night. I'm at 12. I have amazing points. Third week that you start, you're doing 12 push-ups in the morning and 12 push-ups at night. And on the day 21, when you're gonna go and do your 21 push-ups, you're gonna be like, man, this is easy. I thought I couldn't do it. I'm 500 pounds and whatever. I couldn't do it, but I started with 1, and in 3 weeks, I got to 21. And then you see that you can reach your unrealized goals. So this is what I do with my clients. So we set an out something that we think we can't reach, we can't get to. This is out of our comfort zone, out of our sphere. I can't do it. I've never done it. All good. That's the goalpost. That is our mount. That is our first Mount Everest. And every time we're going to change the Mount Everest, because when we work on ourselves and when we get better and we get better and we get better, the Mount Everest is going to have to grow and grow because we've already made progress. So you set up an unrealized goal that you think that you cannot reach, and you set up the steps to reach it, things you know you can reach. So I know I can do 1 push-ups. I'm gonna do that 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, before bed. I'm gonna do this 3 times a day for 21 days, and every week I'm gonna double the output in those. So first week, 1 push-up, second week, 2 push-ups, third week, 4 push-ups. But that is basic because you know you can reach it. You wanna boost yourself up. You wanna do things 3 times the amount that you think you can. So 1 push-up, but I did 3. So next week I'm gonna do 6, and the week after that I'm gonna do 12. And that way, you're building up little blocks by time, getting the foundation. The foundation of things is the most important thing. So the foundation of everything is gonna make sure that you're gonna be able to do it later much easier. So my foundation, because I was in sports since I was like 6, 7 years old, all day sports, athletic, blah 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 blah. Blah. I have a strong foundation for athleticism, for gym, for running, for this. I know I have the foundation. It's based in me. Now, in order for me to build from that foundation, I know what goals I need to do in order to make it grow and get better. So this is true for everything. Yeah. How we doing today? Wait, I'm just gonna read Sugar Crown. I'm just gonna read your comments. What about procrastination? Tips? Okay, yeah. Like break it down to easy steps. Exactly. Or achievable steps. Yes. You start with easy, achievable steps as your first steps, but your goal is unachievable right now in your mind. So what, for example, you want to work on, Sugar Crow, that you want to work on right now in the next 21 days? And if you want, email me, send me your number. I will send you WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever you have, every day with blessings and a reminder to focus on it, like I do with my clients. So it's really good to have a supportive team around you. So when you set up and you say, I'm gonna do this, and you ask your mom, your dad, your father, your sister, your brother, your roommate, your girlfriend, whoever it is, to help you and support you in a good way. So it's like, hey, love, this is what I'm working on. I need your help with me. So every time you can and you see me, this is my schedule, this is what I need to do. Every time you see me not in this schedule or not doing what I set out to do, I want you like calmly and lovingly come and tell me, hey, love, it's time to do it. You can do it. And then when that happens and you receive that support, I just my brother, which I'm in charge of, and I'm his protostopus, is with his care worker getting assignments done. So I just had to be on top of it and just texted her that if it's something that is needed now. So yeah, Okay, no, it's just we're booking karting tomorrow. Am I available for karting tomorrow? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. All right, wait. Thank you guys for keeping with me. I'm sorry that I'm with the phone and this on the same time, but my brother is my number one priority in life to take care and make sure he's okay. And it was his birthday, and we're gonna go karting together, and his support worker is helping me out with all of this. Let me go over it or achievable step. Michael Jesus, yeah. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, definitely. Father, 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 Father. May you please bless all those people that are here with me now and everyone in the world with a peaceful heart and a calm mind so they can come closer to you and experience your glory for the first time, if not for the last. I speak Hebrew, Spanish, English, and gibberish. Gibberish is one of my favorite languages. So super great. If you want, I'm gonna put my email up and send me an email with what you want to do and accomplish, and I will be there to support you. All right. So here you have my email here above, and anyone that wants help or wants to achieve something or is going through something, procrastination, or as a desirable goal in life, email to me and I'll create you a 21-day step plan for free. I'm here to help. I love being at service to others. This is what I get a lot of pleasure from. I get a lot of energy from is me helping other people. My cup, I try to fill it up all the time with the divine, with Father blessings, and because my cup is full, then I'm able to share it with others while I empty my cup so the divine can fill up my cup. And the divine works through all of us. So us having 11 people here right now, you don't understand how happy I am. I started this challenge for myself about 30, 21 days ago, and I had one person at a time, no likes, no subscribers, whatsoever. And I said to myself, hey man, that's all good. That's all good, man. As long as there's one, we're gonna keep going. As long as there's two, we're gonna keep going. Even if there's no one watching, I'm gonna keep going. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna keep going so I can spread love, so I can spread things to everyone. I can spread what I know works for me. I can spread what I think will be benefit for others. And yeah, I love it. I love breath work. I love meditation. I love yoga, sound healing. I love running, swimming, surfing. I love life. I love family. Am I geognostic? I don't know what geognostic means, but no, I'm not geognostic. I have a fear that if Jesus does exist and he returns, the world and particularly the rich and powerful would crucify him because his teaching go against their God. 100%. 100%. That's what they've been trying to suppress this whole time. The rich, the powerful, the clergy, the people that are in control, that they're trying to suppress. Because what Jesus was just trying to say is that you have all of the love, all of the glory of God inside of you. And if you believe it and you act kind to your neighbor, as you should love your neighbor as you love yourself, do to others what don't do to others what you don't want to be done to you. Believe in one divine God that is loves all of us. So if you live this way, and if you live and what Jesus was saying was it's like that we're in this body, we're in this world, but we're not from this body and we're not from this world. So we should not self falsely identify with this as this is me. This is not me. This is my shell. What's me is the soul inside. And the soul was given to me as a present from the divine when he breathed into Adam. Each and every one of us has a divine soul inside of them that is here to go through a lesson. Not just go through a lesson. We chose this lesson. You're welcome, brother. Yeah, please send me an email and we can work on it and get onto it and see the miracles happen, to be honest. Miracles happen all the time, all around us. Us breathing is a miracle. This world existing is the miracle. If you think about it, like you want to go into science and the scientific world and the mind and the brain, right? There's so many things that have to be perfectly aligned in order for this existence to be created, and so many other things that have to be so aligned in order for this earth to be created, and then so many other things that have to be super aligned for us to be born into this world and experience it the way we experience. So statistically, it's impossible, and the only way it is possible if there is a divine creator to all of this. And and if there's a divine creator to all of this, what is his cause? What is his mission? What does he want from us, the divine? He wants us to bring love to every moment. He wants us to focus, and this is where meditation comes, and this is why I love meditation. So for the guys that voted, the 30% that voted on meditation, I explain. Meditation is the art of losing focus and coming back to it. That is meditation. You're gonna lose focus. There's no one that doesn't lose focus. Even the highest Buddhas and the highest gurus and the highest whatever. Everyone loses focus. That's part of our brain. It has to out of focus to analyze what's going on because out of fear. And that's the game. So losing focus is going into fear. Coming back to focus is coming back to love. So every time you catch yourself moving out of love and into fear, that is the time to take a breath in and out and hold and bring love back into the equation. And that is the main game that we're living through this simulated reality or whatever you want to call it. This egg getter. So when you lose focus, do this. You take a breath in, small sip, and small sip out, and then you hold. When you're back in focus and you're holding, and the mantras you're saying to yourself is, I am love, the divine love works through me and for me. Thank you, God, for bringing this world into existence with love and joy. And then you're back in focus. So every time every time you're stressed, every time you're losing focus, every time you're triggered, you just small sip in, small sip out, and then you hold. You're putting pause on life. You're holding your breath. So your focus is shifting back in. The moment you hold your breath, the focus shifts back in. Now the focus has shifted back in, and what we want to bring into the awareness of focus is I am love. I am a divinely reflection of God. Thank you, God, for bringing love into this world, and thank you for sharing the love with the world. So everything you can change it, whatever comes to you, just as long as you remember that gratitude, thank you, and love. That's all. If you don't like saying God, if you don't like saying divine, you can say universe. That's fine. You know, this is I'm happy it worked. I'm happy, happy, happy it worked. I also have a meditation out on YouTube. I'm gonna put out a few more that are gonna help. I'll make them 5 to 10 minutes because a lot of people don't have the structure to sit down for an hour. But that's okay. We can build it. Like we said before, you build your structure, you build your templates, you build it up until when you get to an hour, like, oh man, time just flew by, because when you're in that meditative state, when you're in that zone, when you're as close as you can to 0 Kelvin, that's when time stops to work the way you think it works. And everyone has it in their life. So everyone that's here on the chat, think about a time that it flew by. You thought it was like half an hour, but you had 4 hours go by. And think about the time that you thought 4 hours went by, but only half an hour went by. The only difference is the state that you are in. So when you're in a state of joy, when you're in a state of love, when you're in a state of community and positive energy, time works differently than when you're in a state of stress, when you're in a state of fear, when you're in a state of anxiety. Where was I on 9/11? I remember that day. I came back from school. I was in the Holy Land. I remember I came back from school and we saw it on TV, and it was a shock, and it just kind of went by. As I said before on this chat, is I throughout my life I try, and from a young age, and then I wasn't really good at it, and I wasn't focused on it, but I tried not to focus on something that I have nothing to do with. Can I change 9/11? No. Can I do something at 6, 7 years old? No. Can I focus on it? No. But I can send love, I can send sorrow, I can pray for the people, but that's about it. Like, so me and 9/11. It's a funny date, 9/11. Very, very funny. Not that what happened, like the 9 and 11 are very, very powerful numbers, and 2001 is 3. So if you add 3 plus 9 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 is also a very powerful number. It's a restart of the middle, like the clock, 6 comes back. It's a quarter. So it's interesting why it was specifically 9 and 11 on that day. That's what I meant by it's funny, not about what happened or what happened to people. That's sad. That sucks. But whoever did it, if it was an inside job or not inside job, it really sent the world into a dark spiral for the last 20 something years that we're just about to come out. And a lot of things have to do with cosmic. Also understand this, everyone. Like sometimes I wake up and I feel terrible. I feel anxious. I feel disturbed. I feel like I don't want to wake up. Like I don't want to get out of bed. And then I'm like, why is that? What happened? And then I'm like, it's probably energetical. Something to do with the stars, something to do with the collective consciousness, something to do with the Earth's frequency and vibration changing and shifting that we're all tuned to. And especially now, the Earth just went through a massive, massive frequency change. So it was at 7.8 and now it's at 72 frequency hertz. That means that all of our blood level, all of our blood pressure, all of our life, I'm sure you guys feel it. Let me know if you do that. One day is calm and the other day is like anxious, and one day it's calm and one day is anxious. And that is the universe forcing us to go through a transformation. So think about it this way. Every time you feel anxious, every time you feel sad, every time you feel anger, that is the universe sending you signals that you need to go through a transformation and to come back to love, come back to calmness, to come back to appreciation, to come back to gratitude. And if you're like, I have nothing to be grateful for, I'll give you seven things that you can be grateful for. And if you don't have one of these seven things, you have so much more power, and you know what how grateful you are for other things. And I'll explain. So we have five senses. Simple. Be grateful for them. I'm grateful that I can see. I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that I can hear. I'm grateful that I can taste. And I'm grateful that I can feel. That's five. And then you go back. I'm grateful that I can smell. And I'm grateful that I can experience the joy of sound. I'm grateful that I can breathe from my mouth. I'm, gr- we're already at eight things that we were grateful for. And shifting again our awareness, this is the meditation. We went to fear, and then we're shifting to gratefulness with gratitude, which is love. So the way I view it in the world, and I'm not saying that I'm right, I'm not saying that I'm wrong, I'm not saying that this is the only way, but the way I try to view these things in the world is that we have two main states that we're either in. So we're either in love or we're in fear. And underneath the title love, or the umbrella of love, gratitude falls in, grace, miracles, and so on. Of course, Cooper Burns. Shout out to Cooper Burns, living it up. Where are you at, Cooper Burns? What are you doing today? What are three things you're grateful for today? Share with the chat. Everyone in the chat, share three things you're grateful for, and you see that most of the people here in the chat are grateful for the same thing, and that just amplifies it. So what I was saying is that we have love and we have fear. And then our conscious state is on the pendulum that swings between extreme love and goes to fear. Can I walk on the water behind me? Yeah, if I do video edits. Life, house, food. That is amazing, Cooper. You're on it. You're on it, on it, on it. I'm so grateful for your gratefulness for those beautiful things that are not given. It's beautiful. I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head. And every time today that you become mad or anxious or upset, Cooper, just come back to I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for my house, and I'm grateful for my food. And you just see how everything shifts. You see how whatever you were angry about or whatever you were anxious about just suddenly disappeared because you took your awareness, your conscious awareness, your perception of this world, your experience of this world, your connection to this world from inside you, not this body, and you shifted it from fear back to love. I'm back tomorrow. I'm on every day between 11:30 to 12:30. But if you want to stay, I'm gonna do a meditation because I like doing meditation. Usually I do it on the 30-minute mark, but today we're on the 40, and we have two people left in the chat. So join the chat. I want to take this out. Send me an email, guys, if you wanna work on something, if you wanna move something, if you wanna ask more questions, if you wanna bring things up. This is my email. Send me an email. I love to chat. I love to help. I love everything. Everybody loves Jesus. That's amazing. All right, so join Jesus for meditation, and today we're gonna meditate on our solar plex. Our solar plex is our third chakra. Our third chakra is associated with the color yellow, and we're gonna meditate, open up our chakras. We're gonna breathe into each chakra, and then we're gonna summon white divine light from God to come from our crown, go through our body back to Mother Nature, and then we're going to focus and say seven affirmations when we're focusing our attention, our conscious awareness attention on our solar plex. So I'm just writing this down. Follow me along the meditation whenever you join. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So perfect. One person left in the chat with me. Is that you, Cooper Burns? If you're still here, give us a comment and let's start this meditation today. It could be about 5 minutes, not too long. So take some time out of your day. I'm gonna set up the spiritual bong again with the white sage. I call this my spiritual bong, the white sage. Oh, I'm so racist. I burn white sage. Why not black sage? I don't know because I've never seen black sage. Oh, life is funny. Welcome, guys. I'm just setting up the white sage. Join me along this meditation. Today, we're going to focus on our solar plex, which is our third chakra, which is associated with the color yellow, and also creativity and ambition and desire. So it's a very, very powerful one. A very, very interesting chakra. It's the last chakra before we enter the heart, and it's very much associated with this body and this material world. Because once we enter the heart, we're entering the higher realms, and then we go into the throat, which is the connector between the higher realms. And then the viewer of the higher realms is our third eye. And then we got the crown that is connecting us to the higher realms. So, oh, I love white sage. All right. So those that are with me, let's take 5 minutes out of your day. I'm gonna start this meditation and I'll end it with an Om. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Now take a breath in and take a breath out. Now let's breathe one breath into each chakra as we move up from the root to the crown, taking a breath into our root and breathing out. Let's take a breath into our sacral chakra, the second one, 2 fingers below the navel, breathing in and breathing out. And let's take a breath into our solar plex, which is 4 fingers above the navel, associated with the color yellow. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a breath into our heart center, associated with the color pink and green. Breathing into our heart and breathing out. Let's take a breath into our throat chakra, the fifth chakra, the Adam's apple, associated with violet blue, light blue like the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take a breath into our third eye, between our eyebrows, associated with the color purple. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take a breath in and move our awareness to our crown, associated with the color white, top of our head, the kings that we are. Breathing into our crown and breathing out. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for this breath. And thank you for this people that are watching and not following along the chat on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now take a breath in and imagine a white light, like coming from the divine, from the center of the universe, like a big lightning of white light just going down from the universe and entering from your crown, breathing in. And then it's moving down your face, down your forehead, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your cheeks, and breathing out. Just keep breathing in as the white light moves down your throat, the back of your neck, and breathing out. Breathing in as you imagine and you feel the white light entering every cell in your shoulders, in your hands, in your chest, your heart, your lungs, the back of your back, the top part, and breathing out. Breathing in, seeing and feeling the white light moving down our stomach, down our intestines, all the way down to our pelvic floor, through our lower back, and breathing out. Breathing in, watching and feeling the white light illuminating through our legs, all the way down to our tippy toes and back up through our glutes, our arms, all the way to the bottom of our spine, our tailbone, and breathing out. And now that you're illuminating white light from the divine, breathing in, and on this exhale, I want you to imagine the white light exiting your body and going back to Mother Nature, to the center of the earth. Another breath of this, breathing in. And on the exhale, you feel and you see the white light leaving your body and entering Mother Nature, the middle of the earth, all the way down. Thank you, God, for this beautiful energy that you've sent us. Thank you for taking out everything that was not needed and doesn't serve us anymore today and send it back to Mother Nature to be recycled through energy and the life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathing in and move your awareness to your solar plex, your third chakra, 4 fingers above the navel, just below your chest, breathing into it and breathing out. And between each breath, we're going to say something, affirmation for the solar plex. So just follow along. And the solar plexus, the affirmation starts with I create. This is where creativity comes. So we're going to breathe in for the first one. And we're going to say, I create abundance in my life. And breathe out. focus on the solar plex and a yellow light become bigger and bigger with every inhale, and with every exhale, the light, yellow light becomes stronger and stronger. Breathing in for two. Ooh, bless me. Breathing in for two. I create health in my life. And breathing out. Breathing in for three. It all becomes bigger, expands throughout the whole room. I do create love in my life. And breathing out. Yellow becomes stronger and stronger like the sun. Breathing in for four. Focusing our awareness on our third chakra, watching the light grow. I do create abundant love in my life. And breathing out. Light gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Breathing in for five. Light gets bigger, consuming your whole country from you, consuming your whole country. View yourself seeing the whole country, wherever you are, is full of yellow light. Breathing it in. I do create magic in my life. And breathing out. The light gets stronger and stronger. Breathe in for six. Another light's consumed. It's you in the middle. I can see you and I everywhere. Just create these beautiful yellow circles, yellow balloons that are consuming this whole planet with yellow, beautiful creativity. Breathing it in. I do create the life I want to live. And breathing out. Light is so strong, it's just as strong as the sun. Breathing in for seven. And now the whole universe is illuminated with yellow light from us. Appreciation in my life. And breathing out. The whole Ponopono chant, which is I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you and I love you. Another one in. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you and I love you. And breathe it out. Last breath in for today, breathing it in. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you and I love you. And breathe it out. I'm gonna end it with an Om. So take a breath in for Om, breathing in. And welcome back. How was it, everyone that joined me? How are you feeling? I already feel calmer. It's magic, it's like just breathing. It like calms you down. Just focusing on your chakras calms you down. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. What was it about 10 minutes that we meditated right now? And I'm already feeling better today. Ah, another funny story. So I got this tattoo about 6 years ago. And the reason that I went and got a tattoo was two reasons. One, I wanted a tattoo. And second, I said to myself, I had the Messiah complex. I said to myself, I'm gonna tattoo myself so I cannot become the Messiah. I don't want to be the Messiah. I don't want to be the chosen one. I don't want to do this because, in the biblical sense, like I've unpurified myself, so I'm not pure anymore. So this was was my so I was like rebelling against my physical father in this world, which didn't want me to get a tattoo, and then I was rebelling against my spiritual father, our father, everyone's father, the father of all the creation, because he said, "Don't get a tattoo." So I was like, "I'm gonna do it just to rebel," and he laughs, you know. And I was gonna say this before, and if you have a problem, like an issue, I don't want to say a problem. If you have an issue saying thank you to God or believing in God, you can call it the universe. So, but just think about it this way: the moment you give God, the divine, the creator, a different name, it's like you're calling your mother by her first name. So she can get upset, but if your mother really loves you, she's just gonna laugh about it. And God really loves us. She's just gonna laugh about it that you're giving him another name. Okay, if that's what you want to call me, call me. I'm here to listen. I'm here to love you. I'm here to hug you. I'm here to give you what you really need, not what you want. But a lot of times we cry that we didn't get what we want, but we don't appreciate and bring gratitude into awareness that we actually got what we needed. Because all of the time we get what we need. We get what we need. Not what we want, but what we need. We get the lesson that we need, not that we wanted. We get the partner that we needed, not that we wanted. We get the father, the mother, the brother, the sister that we needed for this journey, not that we wanted. And comes back to bringing awareness back into love. So the moment we bring love and appreciation and everything to what we got, because that's 100% precise that that's what we needed. Now, yes, can we change what we need? Can we bring different things? Yeah, it's called manifestation. It's called being in gratitude. It's called being in love. It's called being one with the divine. And then you appreciate everything. And then when you ask for something, you're not asking for what you really want. You're asking for what you need, and then you get it because that's what you need. And yeah, so let's give you another life story before we close today. This will sum up my hour of the day. So I'm gonna put my email back up. Send me an email with 369.asol at gmail.com. Perfect. This is not good there. That's much, much, much better. Yeah, send me an email. Any questions, anything you want to work on, anything that you're struggling with, I answer all my emails and send back with what I have to offer after receiving. And another life story about me. So, oh, this is a good life story. So, the moment I realized that meditation, manifestation, for seeing the future actually works, and got spooky over it on a bus. And before the game, I was very nervous. We're playing a very difficult team. I was about 15 years old, 14 years old. And my mom taught me how to do manifestation meditation. So how to breathe in and breathe out and be calm and always come back to the breath while I visualize the game and its outcome. And the game went 1-1 with my visualization. 1-1. We lost 1-0 because in my visualization, one goal went by me. I was the goalkeeper. And I was spooky because it was like, man, I just made these saves like on the bus, and now I'm making them in real life. Like, wait, what? How did he kick from that corner that was thinking about him kicking and saving it, you know? So another life story. This is and because I got freaky of it, I stopped doing it because like, oh man, this is magic. This is weird. I don't want to do this. Like I want to be in the real world. I want to experience it. And yeah, it took me more and more and more and more years. Another one was when I sort of got kicked out of university because I didn't show up on time and I played with time and I was in Australia, I was studying in New York. And they basically sent me an email, don't come back for this semester, like there's no reason, nothing. And I still flew back to New York. And that whole 3, 4 days of stress, my mom was guiding me, right? Go into meditation, have the conversation with the administration, with the people who are in charge. See yourself fixing the problem, listen to what they have to say what you need to say. And eventually I go back to New York. I did my little politics of blah 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 with the administration. Got away with not being there for the beginning of the semester, basically half of the semester, and ended up staying. Spoke to my professors, finished that semester, and I was at awe because in those 4 days, for like getting kicked out of university, my life crashed in front of me. My anxiety, my this, and I just went deep, 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 deep. So every time I had fear, I went deep into meditation and brought love, appreciation, gratitude, and communication with the administration. And eventually, it all worked out. My punishment was to sit with the dean every Friday for an hour just to let him know how I'm doing and where I am in life. Because I basically told him that I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I don't want to be in university, but I'm doing it for my dad. My dad is sick, and I have to be with my dad, and that's why I was away. And that's the reason that I couldn't make it. And they understood, and they got me back in. So no matter how big the problem you think that you have in life that is unsolvable, you go deep, you ask for the guidance of the divine, if you summon the people that you need to work with on this problem, it will be fixed one way or another. But you know that you've done your best. So yeah, send me an email with questions, like, subscribe, comment if you like it. If you don't have to. I'm gonna keep doing this. I've almost finished my 30-day challenge. I didn't do it 30 days straight. I had a few days that I missed out, but that doesn't really matter. It matters that I'm gonna accomplish and do the 30 days. And I'm just at awe and such bliss that I have 2 people on the chat now and 10 people earlier on and 15 and 12, and there's lots of comments in this conversation. This started basically with me. You can go back and look and having like no one, and consistency is the key. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm doing this for myself, and by doing this for myself, that I can do it also for others. So my name is Maor, means a source of light or source of light, used in the Bible to describe the sun and the moon, the big light and the small light. That's our sources of light in this world. And yeah, and see you guys tomorrow. It's been an hour. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Yeah, laugh out loud, Derek Jensen. Shout out to Derek Jensen. That's laughing out loud. Goodbye, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.